And we move on to 160 pounds. Kevin Haggerty from Section 8 out of Long Beach High School, and Dwayne Thomas, his opponent from Section 4, Maine-Endwell High School. Haggerty 37-0, Thomas 39-1. And we're coming up to the bigger weights. An impressive looking knee brace on Kevin Haggerty, as you see him right there, Section 8. There you see it on the right leg, just the top of that knee brace. Haggerty was 4th in the States at 155 last year. And Thomas lost to Haggerty in a tournament earlier this year in Oneonta by 1-0. So they have wrestled this year, although they're not in the same section. They wrestled in a tournament. So the first guy, little injury, is Kevin Haggerty. A little bit in the eye.
Yeah, it's a 3rd or 4th one tonight.
Let's see if Dwayne Thomas' strategy is to tie up, but do what you want to do and don't do what he does as they go out. That's a good look at Dwayne Thomas. Maine-Endwell High School, 39-1, 90-20 overall. Both guys seniors. Haggerty 105-18. Haggerty also an all-county lacrosse player. Section 8, a traditional power, but the last couple of years not as strong as they have been. But right there, there's a strong move by Haggerty. The senior from Long Beach High School took Thomas right to the mat.
So a lot of quickness for a 160-pounder.
2-0 to score by virtue of that takedown. You know, that's a pretty heavy-duty knee brace. I was looking at that, John. That's not just for an abrasion.
That's on the borderline of bionics.
Yeah, right.
It's just hopefully it's nothing serious, because you know, if he goes out, he plays lacrosse. If he picks Virginia.
Yeah, looking at Penn State, Delaware, Virginia.
Sorry, Penn State has a lacrosse team too, but haven't heard much from him lately.
I assume he's going to be a wrestler at those schools. You know, right now, Haggerty gets his knee, actually his leg, taken by Dwayne Thomas, and Thomas, let's see if he can bring him down or get control.
He does take
nice
it down,
try.
but he's out of bounds.
Had the toes up, but was out of bounds. We're going to get a timeout here as Lou Calando, took a timeout. Let's see what happens.
Thomas in tight, as we mentioned, and he tries to tackle him, going out of bounds, but he doesn't have that control. He lost the leg.
So they're going to look at Kevin Haggerty out of Long Beach High School, as I said, just to make sure that probably a little bit of blood. Takes a little sip of water. And 19 seconds left first period. We talked about the coaches, the other coaches for Dwayne Thomas, giving him some instruction as he gets a timeout. You can't give the instruction to the guy who takes the injury time, right?
Yeah, that's kind of a funny rule, though. I mean, you know, if you're hurt, you get penalized because you can't get any coaching, you know.
2-1 the score. Haggerty on top, though, gets underneath and gets a single.
He's in there tight. He's got two.
Scoop the leg and gets two.
Very quick. He just they were playing cat and mouse, and Haggerty beat him to the takedown.
And you know who's hurt? Dwayne Thomas is now hurt. I don't know if we can see what happened, but he is holding on to his ankle. Let's see what happens.
See, both guys go down on the mat, up and down, up and down. And now Haggerty's going to shoot in tight, keeps driving.
You know, Thomas shot at the same time. He had forward motion, and he really got underneath. Scooped the leg right there.
Yeah, looks like he hit his heel.
Yeah, he might have stretched his foot. And Haggerty continued.
Another angle on it here, Dale.
Great work on the camera. Let's see what happens. He's going to try to scoop the leg, and when he scoops it, right there.
Oh, yep. That is his right leg they were working on. Yep.
So, Dwayne Thomas back. Kevin Haggerty back. There's a look at the ankle. Seems to be he's walking all right. Haggerty undefeated this year, and Thomas lost only once. They go right back at it. Second period. officials taking control. Luke Calando and Dana Charpentier. Oh, another
Haggerty
takedown
again, deep.
.6-1 now the score. So Haggerty in control as the second period. Had a lot of time left in it. Let's see what he's going to do for work for the pin. Oh,
He's got the leg. Thomas is trying to get it, pull a reversal, but nope.
had his leg split. It's almost, see his leg split like that, very difficult, obviously, to
generate any power.
Yep. And he's keeping that ride, but he's also putting a half in to try to roll him over. So it's a good combination. Got the arm. So Haggerty on top and wrestling hard. I don't think you have to worry about him being called for stalling on top. And he does. Well, yeah, even as I speak. He stopped throwing the half. Of course, the fans agree with me.
Well, I think you're both right, but the official interpretation is you have to get out to the side in order to move the work for the pin. And what happens is he's almost up on top of him parallel.
So I will defer, and I will say that I was probably wrong.
No, you were right.
Haggerty warned for stalling with a 5-point lead, but he's got the arm barred up and lost it, and now he's got his leg. He's going to just give it up. You know, I see what they do. A lot of these guys are not going to get themselves in a compromising position. They'll let them up and give them the one before they do something that's going to put them in a tough position to give up the reversal and possible back points. So it's 6-2 now. Dwayne Thomas from Maine-Endwell High School in Section 4, down by 4 at this point. They're going to go out of bounds with 4 seconds left in the second period. Shoot, Thomas.
Shot by Thomas.
That's going to do it. Second period's over. Red takes down. Haggerty got to take a little injury time, get his mouth cleaned out.
Yeah, I think that's a blood timeout.
Yeah, right.
So you're gonna, it's a lot more time.
There's the guy you're looking at, Dwayne Thomas. As we said, the coaches get a chance. They get a chance to talk to him, give him some strategy, while Haggerty just gets a chance to go over and get a little bit of water and spit.
So they're in the situation here now. When he does this, you do this. And
Damian Garcia, his coach, there's actually Haggerty's coach. That's Mark Gallagher from Maine-Endwell. Matt Gallagher. As Thomas was listening to him. Might get a chance for a replay here.
He's got him down. Has Haggerty in the green with the leg high in the air. Now he just flips him up over.
The split legs.
Like you say, now he's just going to sit there and try to crunch him in half.
6-2. Last period. Haggerty going to let him up. Let's see.
It looks like it, Dale. Let's see.
Yeah. Yep. Let him up.
Never sure anymore.
No. So they go back where they have spent a lot of time. Haggerty and Thomas on their feet. 3-point lead.
Got to be careful now. He's been called for stalling once.
Right.
Get hit at point. Now it's 4.
Right.
And you're within a takedown ties it.
Right. You're right.
And he is backing up.
So his coaches, or the other coaches, yelling, how about a call here? So Haggerty playing the odds and the edge of the mat.
And also very quick, so you got to watch those. Step 2, no points.
There's one of yours. You talk about the last thing to remember is that the guy in green shot, and Haggerty, who had been warned, does shoot, but it's on the edge of the mat. Out of bounds right there.
Very close to a takedown, though.
Back to live action. Thomas from 4 shoots, backs out. Haggerty countering. Again.
I think it's going to be very quick here.
Yeah, I think Haggerty's going to get nailed.
But I'll tell you, that's an embarrassing call because just then.
Yep. He gave him a point for stalling and then got the takedown. 8-3.
But they were right in calling that. But hey, it's just part of his scheme today. Well, let him shoot, now shoot.
He's got that arm in a tough angle. He gives it up, and Thomas trying to get out. He says, watch the roll. You can see him hooking the wrist and then he's going to give him another take or another escape. And he does right there. So he's given up 2 points for stalling, right? The next one's a 2-pointer if he gets called again. So Haggerty backing up. Clock running down. Here's Coach telling control him. Control him. Get a hold of him. Don't get called.
Oh my! I tell you, the kid is very quick.
Yes.
They had 2 points written all over it.
Thomas almost had him.
Doing just enough not to get called.
Timeout for a headgear change as Haggerty says around his neck.
Told you, Dale, we got to come up with a headgear that doesn't slip off.
That's right.
Retire.
That's right. Not that I need the money.
No, I didn't think so, but.
Circle, circle, they're yelling circle. Don't give up any points. 3, 2, 1. Haggerty's going to win it. Haggerty, Kevin Haggerty from Long Beach High School in Section 8. State champ, 160 pounds. He defeats Dwayne Thomas from Maine-Endwell in Section 4 in an exciting match. A lot of action, a lot of strategy. Haggerty pulls it off. Look at the replay here. He had been hit for stalling a couple times, and here's where.
Right there.
Yeah, you said had down. 2 points written all over it, but he fought out, and Haggerty got back up. And it was able to sustain that position for the rest of the match. So he's going to get a break, and we're going to move on to